Oh, yeah. We're at this one now. Alright. It's time for Thor the Dark World. Um oh man, how do I even start this? Okay, this movie wasn't good, okay? I mean, Chris Hemsworth was really, really good as Thor. He's always good as Thor. But I mean, he's by far the most weak and forgettable Marvel Cinematic Universe villain. He is such a terrible, terrible villain. I mean, his goals are so unclear, and the plot isn't that good either. I mean, it's such a simple plot, but it's just Malekith is by far the worst and the weakest MCU villain. And then there's Natalie Portman's character, Jane Foster. Don't even get me started on her. I mean, yeah, she's hot and all, but Jane Foster is just one of the worst Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. They should just. Uh, I'm glad she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok. That's not a spoiler, by the way. I'm glad she wasn't in Thor Ragnarok because she is just such a bad character. And Loki, I mean, he was by far the best character in this movie. Tom Hiddleston plays him beautifully, and I mean, right when Thor and Loki are on screen, it just starts. The movie just becomes a comedy. Like before that, it wasn't a comedy, but right when Loki and Thor are on screen together, it becomes a comedy. And this movie doesn't know which tone it's going. It doesn't know if it's a comedy or drama or if it's action or if it's thriller. It doesn't know what it is. The tone is just all over the place. And then there's Loki's death. I mean, his death just made me so mad. When I first watched the movie, I thought he was actually dead. And I was like, no, if you kill off Loki, I am done with Thor. No, I'm done with the Thor franchise if you kill off Loki. Thankfully, they didn't. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, as I said, is just a beautiful Loki. Anthony Hopkins, as always, is a fantastic Odin. But, I mean, in the end of the movie, I was like, what? When Loki was posing as Odin, I was like, what? Where did Odin go? But we found that out in Thor Ragnarok. So that's my review, for Thor the Dark World. I'll give this movie a 5 out of 10. I didn't really enjoy this movie. I mean, it's good and all, but I mean, it's fine. It's not a good movie, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I am really, really, really close to giving it a 4, but it's leaning slightly to more towards 5.